What song always makes you happy when you hear it?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'd say "Staying Alive." You know, the Saturday Night Fever, because that's a song that will always, for some reason, give me energy. There's a couple songs that I have like an energy mix before shows when like I've had too much coffee and that's doing nothing for me, and I need so certain songs, energy kind of makes me happy before shows. So like that song. Sometimes I'll put the Rocky theme song on as I'm like hungover, getting like a egg sandwich because it'll give me like motivated.
Yeah.
It's probably not why the song was written, but so like that. I like the song. The Killers have this song called "The Man," and it's really funny. It's like a really funny song, and it's really upbeat. So that song will put me in a good mood too.
I love him. It's my favorite.
Mr.
band.
Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah.
I love that band, and that song, like no one could be in a bad mood while listening to that song. It's so upbeat.
What's the weirdest or craziest thing you've ever done for money?
It's always going to come back to comedy, I think. You know what? I did a dumb dating show once. The guy just paid me to go on dates, and he's like, let me videotape it. And it was like really low budget, and he paid me like maybe $200. And it was the minute it was done, I was like, can you just take these down? They're so bad. So stuff like that.
Yeah.
And obviously, there are gigs, any like restaurant gig. I'm just like, why? If it's going to be the weirdest or dumbest, it's always going to come back to comedy.
Yeah. No, for sure. And like you said, we just don't say no to stuff. Like
I did an apartment. I did a apartment. Okay, this one's weird. Me, Ray Ellin, a comedian, and Rachel Feinstein, who's one of my best friends. We did a gig once in this guy who's like a billionaire. Maybe not billionaire, but he's like fine, not billionaire, but he's like in the Forbes richest under 30. He was like, it was like a few years ago. He was so rich. I don't know what he did. We didn't know, but he was one of those people that it was in Montclair, New Jersey. It was a massive place, and everything about it was kind of incredible. So we get there. He just hired a magician to walk around. And the guy's like doing tricks, and Rachel and I are just like, please leave us alone.
Yeah.
We don't like. We're already regretting coming here. He had all this amazing alcohol out, all this food out. Ray Ellin goes up and fucking eats it. And it's like 15 people. Like these people they're in such a bubble, they don't go out for entertainment.
Yeah.
They just pay people to come to their home for like 15 friends. So then I go up and it's rough. Rachel goes up and it's rough. And like I'm getting heckled by this weirdo. I'm like, there's 15 people here and they're all friends. They're not going to side with me.
Yeah.
So I have to just like take the beating from this heckler. And then I get off and they're just fucking weird dudes. And then one of them's like, you have to try Fruit Loops with this goat milk. So they're like rich kids, basically. Like, this isn't how you, like, I want like Cristal or something.
Yeah.
Hook up the bubbly, you know? And, Rachel and I are just kind of cracking up. Like, this is the worst gig ever, but we're kind of lingering for a minute because they keep trying to give us shit. So, this one guy comes over and he's like, you guys are comedians, but this guy can sing. And Rachel and I look at each other like, oh no, is he going to sing? And he goes, will you let him sing to you? And we're like, fuck. Oh. And we're like, I'd rather not. And they're like, just please, this means... It was the guy who was heckling me, of course. Oh. It's like, he's got this overconfidence. And like, he's singing this, like, they're all Orthodox Jews, but like, not really, I guess. And they're just... He just starts singing some Hebrew song to us, and Rachel, I can tell she can feel me laughing. So Rachel's trying not to make eye contact with me, but she can just feel the floor vibrating with my crack. I can't stop laughing hysterically because it's just so uncomfortable. Yeah. So I see Ray trying to turn away, I see Rachel trying to turn away, but they just start laughing. She catches just a glimpse of me and loses it. So we're just laughing in this guy's face, and then the guy was like, "Well, before you leave," they had like a car service for us. He said, take our liquor. And Rachel was like, oh no, we couldn't do that. And I was like, fuck that, I'll take it. So I start like, he gives me like a huge duffel bag and I'm just like grabbing like Patron, aged wine, like 18-year scotch. And Rachel's like, you're fucking trash. Like, you're a trash human being. I was like, fuck this. So we walk out and she's like, can I have the Patron? I was like, no, you were judging me.
Yeah.
And then I gave it to her.
That's awesome.